Happy Friday and welcome to episode number 122 of the recap, and we do it for you. That rhymes. I'm joined with my partner in crime today, Maddie. How are you?
I'm great, Rick. It's good to be back to the recap. It's been 2 weeks, right? And I'm wearing this wonderful t-shirt as well. As you can see, my favorite t-shirt already. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks of traveling, right? For me, I was in San Francisco for the Pulse conference and then in Miami for VeeamON, which was really great. Had such a good time. We're gonna talk about it later on. But how are you?
I'm great. Yeah, VeeamON it hurts. It's a special week, but we go into a holiday weekend here in the US and I took a day off. So I had a 4-day weekend and I did not have 12 8-hour time zone change that you had. So I was in the same time zone and I was actually back home on Thursday before noon. So I took the very early way out and no, I'm great. I can't complain. And I've been back on my bicycle. I rode, you'll be proud of me. I did 20 miles, about 32 kilos yesterday.
Wow,
So
that's great,
yeah.
Rick. Good job.
hmm I'm so far off of my normal, Maddie. I used to have like what I call 40 Fridays, leave work a little bit early on Friday and do 40 miles, so double that. Let's just see if I can get there by the end of the summer. Let's see.
Yeah, you look very rested, so that's a good thing.
Oh, really? I just came off the
Yeah.
worst month of my life.
Well, but you
This
had
is
four
being
days
on.
to relax, so
Yeah,
that
there you
counts,
go.
right?
Yeah,
So
that
that's
goes a
good.
long way.
Yeah.
So we've had busy travels, busy week, busy event, but the community has not let us down, and Maddie has prepared for us a great selection, and we're going to start with VM Joe from the Architect's Desk. That's my little line, by the way, Joe, from the Architect's Desk. Joe's talking about
Yeah.
Secure Restore. Looks good.
Yeah, I mean, Joe was at the event and then he had time to put together all these great articles as well. Great job in there, Joe. Yeah, so he's writing about the ability to scan your backup images for the latent malware before they actually, they get restored before they are restored with VBR, and that's the secure restore. And then he's taking us basically to the Windows servers from which you can restore. And he gives us a list in there. And then there is a full step-by-step demo that Joe is taking us through. So yeah, then he even gives us some tips and tricks on that. So that's pretty good article in there. What do you think about that, about the
Yeah,
secure
it's
restoring?
super thorough, and it's almost so thorough. I got to speed up my little preview here with the emotions, but
Yeah.
um, it's what I wanted to look here is the tips. I've got a tip. Okay, so I want to add something to this, Joe. I guess I got to be logged in to do that. But I speak a lot to the Veeam tech support team, and here's a little tip for y'all watching. A lot of times during a ransomware incident, secure restore is a really good way to do a recovery and make sure we're clean of the threat. But if you don't have high performance backup storage, you'll find yourself not really having the time to do this extra step. So every time you're making a subsequent backup storage decision, really think about the performance profile of that storage to make this be something that you could put into the process. The takeaway, the worst practice is, well, the backup storage is so slow, I can't run secure restore. That's what we don't want to have. So there's a tip that comes right out of support. But thank you so much, Joe. This is great. Speaking of VeeamON and dropping content, Nico, one of the legends who was there, I didn't get to see you, Nico. Sorry about that. But the Tech Talks, this is a cool thing. He's sharing some knowledge here.
Yeah, I guess you haven't seen Nico much because he was a lot in the playground area. He was by the booth hanging out with the rest of Vim 100. It was actually a great place to, like to network with the other people. He was one of the leaders for the Tech Talks. Many of the people that were there at VeeamON, they know that we had all our Vim 100 members invited, and on top of the breakout sessions that were awesome, I believe, and we're going to talk about it a bit later. The Veeam 100 had the chance to participate to the so-called Tech Talks, and they were leading like the conversation for one of the groups in there, like people that were around and they were interested in that certain topic. And Nico actually gives us an overview on the discussion he had. Some of the people that joined him were like Louis and I believe Jonah. And it was great that he decided to share in here. He's the only person that shared it, so I really enjoy that. And they were discussing about the powering offsite backup at the service provider, and they came up with a bunch of different options that can be put in place. Put a backup copy at an extra site for the customer, and then he talks advantages, disadvantages. Same for the tape or rotating disk, backup copy to the public cloud object storage, and then put a backup copy to a service provider offering a bus. And this seems to be the best option as per Nico. What do you think about that?
Well, there's no question. A Veeam cloud service provider gives additional options that a lot of organizations just can't achieve on their own. And I think when this is really how one of our services were born, about offsite backup. That's how this Veeam Cloud Service Provider program was born. And so it makes sense that it has the most options, and it's great that he kind of rolls this out a little bit. So no, here's one step further. He doesn't really hit on this, but Cloud Connect, this technology right here, with insider protection, this one has been in market since 2016 with insider protection. That has 4 eyes recovery. That is a super resilient way to ensure that you have like an absolutely recoverable copy of your backup data. It was actually born to prevent against accidental deletion, rogue administrator, inside threat actor type of things, but it actually works really good against ransomware. So my thought is, even if the ransomware knows all the passwords and knows where all the data is, they still can't get this other copy. So this is just super resilient. When I talk to customers that are really serious about the ransomware approach, Cloud Connect with insider protection, that 4 eyes recovery model, offsite, and a lot of times the service providers have a place you can recover to. That can't be beat. So Nico, dropping knowledge, love it. Oh, by the way, the playground, you're going to be so mad at me, Maddie. I only came in there like once before it was set up. I never saw the playground in action. I think I really missed out at VeeamON.
I think you did. You came one day, but you left very fast, so you don't remember it. It's like when the booth was ready and we were having swag. You came one day.
So
I think it was the first day.
I think, yeah, it was Monday and it wasn't even ready. Yeah, so if there's any way of like, forgiving myself, I just want to scare everybody for a quick moment. This is what my calendar looked like at the event for each day. Okay, so there's good reason why I had very limited time, but I think Maddie will forgive me this time.
Yes. We had all Veeam 100 in there and it was great. Such a shame you couldn't make it, to network a bit more, but hopefully next time. I think it was a really great experience for everyone having that spot to hang out.
Oh yeah,
with the rest of the people. So
that worked for sure. That was a new thing for us too. And
yes, the playground, the booth, everything together was new and awesome. But of course, we can always improve. We already got some feedback, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna do it better next time. But yeah, overall, it was great.
Speaking of great, here's a great new thing from Sir Ben Young from New Zealand. Coolest thing ever, Vanny GPT, an AI Q&A bot from Veeam Knowledge with a video demo.
Yes, this is pretty awesome. I mean, everyone heard of ChatGPT, right? Everyone talks about Gen AI, and most of us already kind of used it in a way or another. And then Ben is using the power of Gen AI and creates Vanny GPT, which is so, so cool. And he's basically that Vanny GPT uses the Veeam KB data as the primary data source. And then he built his own API and the scarping engine, as the data, he says, was not really clean. So basically, his API is learning the information from the KB articles. So that's really great. The demo is there in this video. Basically, he's doing a demo. And now my question for everyone is like, how accurate is this? And I'm going to ask everyone to just use it and let us know.
And this may be the first time we've called Ben on the recap. I don't know. Longtime
Yes.
Vanguard, has a great external blog and resources, but man, I tell you what, Ben, this does not go unnoticed. Okay, little trick I'll share with everybody. I got a question from a journalist during VeeamON, during one of the interviews with press and analysts, and they're like, what is Veeam doing with AI? And I'm like, nothing. But one of the Vanguards is doing Vanny GPT, and I gave them a demo right there on my phone to a journalist, Ben. No joke, true story. So
and honestly, I think Maurice is working on an Alfred bot as well. We have something on Discord, but that's gonna come September hackathon. I think he talked about it. Now it's public. We can share that information, but we'll let Maurice to come up with all the articles and all the shares he wants in the community hub and on his blogs, and then we can discuss based on that.
Team but Cat, yeah. Team Bird, we got to know.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ben, on Vanny GPT. This is outstanding, and I think there's more to pursue there. And I love how you call it 1.0. Lets me think there'll be more. So we'll go from there. All right, so we are officially breaking the rule. We skipped a week, and we got Dips, Sir Dips a lot. There we go, bringing in security stuff in cybersecurity space here with vulnerability scanning. Now, this is a big topic for sure.
I mean, first of all, I just want to congratulate both Dips and Tobias for co-leading cybersecurity space with Marco Fabri since last month. Yep. So yeah, congrats on that. Hopefully we're going to be able to see some events coming, some virtual events. I'm looking forward for some events in that cybersecurity space. But yeah, in the meantime, Dips started a great initiative with the cybersecurity space. That's going to be the Security Fridays. I'm not sure for how long he's planning to have this, but honestly, I'm not going to go over details on these two articles, but in the first one, he's talking vulnerability scanning, why is that important, types and how to use it. And the second week, he discusses zero-day vulnerability. And I must say that I really enjoy go over these articles because these are topics that I haven't really seen before at the community hub. So this is really great information in there. Thank you for that tips. I am probably going to be your #1 fan on this Security Fridays tips. So really great job with that.
Tips from Dips. I don't know if there's anything cooler. But yeah. one thing I'll highlight here, Dips, is that this is one of those fundamentals, the primitives, right? And here's a piece of advice for everyone. The basics are always solid ideas for content, for best practices. Enhance the basics, like innovate the basics. So anything like vulnerability scanning, there's still so much opportunity there. And then the only kind of Veeam twist I want to sprinkle on here, can we sprinkle Veeam dust in cybersecurity space just a little bit, Maddie?
Let's do it.
Just this time, just this one time. But the data lab, the Veeam Sure Backup Virtual Lab, friends, is a great place to do more invasive security vulnerability scanning. I've talked to countless organizations that once they get their head around the data lab, and if they have a fiddlesome application that they don't really have an accurate dev environment of or something like that, you can use the data lab, the Sure Backup job, and do the test in there. Think about that. Could be really interesting, especially if you want to do like the really invasive stuff like SQL injection, denial of service, because critical apps may break in production if you do that type of thing. And if you don't have a dev or a test, you do have a data lab. So tips from Dips. We look forward to some more Security Fridays.
I
Thank
think
you
you
for
just gave him some tips for
tips
his
for Dips.
next Security Fridays.
There you go. All right. Well, I can't help it, man. It's the Veeam stuff. I just can't help it. All right. So we're going to go over special department, and it's really kind of VeeamON love here. So, whoa, Taz Monster. Who's this? I don't think we've ever called Taz Monster.
AKA Sebastian from Quebec. It was really nice meeting Sebastian. He was one of the people that attended our community session, Safia's and my community session, Veeam Community A to Z. And yeah, thank you, Taz, Sebastian, that you attended that. And he's already active, you know, like in the community. He already got some pictures with our Veeam 100. He already shares in the hub. So, you know, like we know why we are doing those sessions, because we are bringing people to the hub. So that's really great. I mean, and he started this article in there, and all our Veeam 100 started posting some awesome pictures, share their experience through their eyes. And this is awesome. And I want to say, Sebastian, keep on being active in here. You might get somewhere with that. Yeah.
And I love watching the picture. I didn't take hardly any pictures, Maddie. Whoa, what is that? That's not part of the party.
Not sure, Jeff.
Jeff went off campus. That's what that is. So no, that's cool though. I really enjoyed these views here. Thank you, Taz Monster. Welcome to the Veeam community, and welcome to being featured in the recap. So that's outstanding. We got another special department one. Oh, it's Sakiomo. She's got a recap. This is cool.
Yeah. Really great recap. I'm pretty sure everyone enjoyed it. She mentioned all the breakout sessions plus the tech talks. She tagged everyone in here. She shared some amazing pictures. And yeah, if you haven't had the chance to watch some of the sessions, I believe they're going to be recorded and on demand, right? Do we have a deadline? Do you know if we have a deadline?
I want to say 2 weeks from anything recorded in Miami, then it'll be repopulated to the site.
Okay,
so
great.
Soon.
So maybe we can just share, I don't know, maybe we can just share the link to VeeamON again in here, just for people to have it. And yeah, they can just go and watch some of the on-demand, the virtual, the one that were recorded. So,
and these tech talks, this was a new thing that we really was a Veeam 100 exclusive here. This was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Just want to say thank you for all the involvement that our Veeam 100 had, our community had on this event. It was really, really great to have them there.
Yeah. So Veeam, committed an investment this year, first time ever, to comp all the MVPs and legends, and then priority assignment for Veeam MVPs to be at VeeamON. And this is in addition to that summit we do in Prague. We've done the recap there in Prague as well. I need to know what happened to this banner. I want that banner, by the way. Where is that banner?
We sent it to Columbus. It should arrive.
There's a bunch of boxes out in the lobby.
Yeah,
I think Sophia's going to sort that. Okay,
there is one that looks like a rocket.
It's not quite a regular shape, but it's long. That one?
And that was packed by Louis, Jos, and Scott, I believe. So yeah, they had the brilliant idea to pack it that way. So if you see a rocket box, that's your box.
I wanted to steal this booth here, but that was a hardscape. I just couldn't take it. Everything in this room, Maddie, I've stolen from previous events. So anyways,
I just took it.
Yeah, I just took it. No, it's just great to see this. It's almost like I have a abnormal role during VeeamON. I don't really get to enjoy it the same way everybody else does, because it's just I got matters and meetings. When I'm in something, I give it my full undivided attention. But like when I see these pictures of the other additional experiences, just really tells me how rich of an experience it is. So a lot of feedback. There's always stuff we can improve, but a lot of positive feedback. And this for you, this is a second VeeamON. Do you have I think you had a tricky assignment last time.
Yes, it
And
was
you were
very
really
different.
very different.
Yes.
I think you like this one better.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I loved it from many points of view. First of all, I mean, we had the community in there. That was one of the greatest thing ever. The second thing is that I got to actually have a session and I got to present with you at VeeamON today and Safia. The third thing is I got the more involvement into this event than the previous one. Plus, last time I didn't know exactly what to expect. So very different. Definitely enjoyed this one better. Las Vegas was a great experience, was a great first experience, but Miami it gave me a lot of energy. Like after the event, I did not feel tired. I just got energized, which is great.
Yeah. Well, that's good. If I were to go here, if anybody wants to see the VeeamON Today episodes, I think we can still do it. If you go to posts on the Veeam LinkedIn page, and then if you go down. A lot of VeeamON recap, but if you find the timeline that was in the heat of VeeamON, you'll actually see, here it is. Well, that's for Wednesday. And then the industry insights. So actually, if you go to the timeline right about VeeamON, you will land it right there. I swear it was there the other day. Let me find it. Trends report.
If you go to YouTube and just write down VeeamON Today 2023, you're gonna see all the sessions. It's gonna just be so much faster than this.
Well, I don't think it's there. That's the crazy thing, because
No
I was just there. Got the recaps, the beach cleanup, and then because these are by history. So
just write VeeamON Today 2023 at YouTube, not here, but YouTube.
Maybe I got banned. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Did I? Oh, here it is. This is it. No, that's a preview video. That's so weird. There's like a gap in time. I'm got to solve this problem. What if I just searched VeeamON Today? Anyways, the short story is VeeamON Today is the show. It is on the virtual event platform. I know that for sure. So I'm not going to fumble through the internet. But we did an episode. I promise. It was the first part of the VeeamON experience, and the very first thing I put on the agenda, community. And if fingers crossed all goes well, we're going to have the community team lead that episode next year. We'll see. So.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. As I said, a big task for us, Rick.
Yeah. But thank you, Safia, for rocking out this nice recap post. That's great. Link of links. It's great. Outstanding. All right. Speaking of Safia, we are back with the Who's New, and it was a whopper because we skipped 1 week, and then we had the week you two were in San Francisco, and then we had VeeamONs. We are plus 263. So what is Alfred finding in the bag here? All kinds of different names. Oh, I'm seeing some fun ones in here. Veeam, I like that. That's funny. There's some names, but there's even more. It keeps on going. So we also have a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Who am I liking in this list? Naveed NYC.
Kirk.
GC Veeam. Oh, spelled Veeam wrong. Is that in purpose? I don't know. Captain Kirk, good one. Yeah. So it's just interesting watching to see what comes in, friends. And so Alfred has picked the following dozen or so of the coolest usernames here. D Cluck, Vault, Major Danuk, Captain Kirk, Taz Monster. Yo, Taz Monster calling you out again.
Nice.
Dr. Object, Premium Dumps, Nodnarb, the McCook, Flops, or is it Flopez? Let us know. Domex, Schmitty, I like that. Ken Castleberry, Pizza Fist 55. AVAP. All right. And then I don't get this. Alfred's pick is ... Was that actually one of
No,
them?
I think that's for us to choose.
Oh, we're fill in the blank. There was
Yeah.
no dot, 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 dot. You could make that, I think, a
No,
name, by the way. Let me make
yes.
sure there's no dot, 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 dot. Oh, she just
I,
couldn't pick. I think that's what
yeah,
it
she
comes.
was like, just you guys choose it
Oh,
for Alfred this time.
you know,
So
if I would have read this ahead of recording, we could have smoothed and had this real smooth play. I'm going to, well, let's just make it easy. Maddie, why don't you and I pick from this list here? I
right.
think I know which one you like.
I like Captain Kirk and Taskmaster.
So I like Dr. Object and Captain Kirk. So let's go where we align and go with Captain Kirk. So
Let's
congratulations, Captain Kirk. You are Alfred's pick for the week. So didn't plan it that way, but that seems to work a little bit. But no, busy week. Veeam community, love that it got the main stage attention. I got some great ideas, by the way. Been speaking with Danny about how we can innovate it. So stay tuned. Yeah. Maddie, thank you so much, as always, for preparing the content.
Thank you, Rick, as well.
And big shout to Sophia Safiomo for rocking out the Who's New and the post that was featured. So thank you for that. Big thanks to everyone in the community. Could not do it without you. I'm out next week, Maddie. We got to talk about what are we going to do. Got a vacazione coming up.
I think I have a plan because somebody told me that we are not including them in the recap. So
did I get myself in trouble?
They said it's only Vanguard and Legends always.
Oh,
no MVPs. So
okay.
I think I have an idea in there.
The Maddie mastermind is kicking in. I love it. All right, well, stay tuned to the surprise next week because I don't know what it'll be either. But have a great weekend, everyone, and we will see you. Some of us will see you on 123.